Welcome to this talk on my Shakti Yoga Nidra called Bathing in the Healing Light Within, where I speak to you as if we are sitting together, settling into a moment of stillness where your breath begins to soften your entire inner landscape. This session is created to guide you into a place where your mind loosens its grip and your body remembers how to rest in its original clarity. As you hear these words, you start to feel the subtle invitation to release the weight of worry, stress, and the many identities you have carried throughout your day. Your body begins to shift from the alertness to ease, from survival mode to a quieter rhythm, where your breath becomes the most loyal companion leading you home. When your awareness starts to move inward, the breath takes on a different meaning. It becomes more than air moving in and out. It becomes a shining thread that weaves sensation and presence into a unified field. You realize that the light within you has always been waiting for your attention, waiting for you to slow down enough to feel it. The deeper you listen, the more you notice that beneath the noise of thought, there is a sanctuary that belongs solely to you, a sanctuary untouched by the outer pressure or inner expectation. In this descent into your energy body, you begin to sense how emotional residue naturally dissolves when you enter a state of conscious rest. The body responds to stillness with its own intelligence, one that does not require force or analysis. You feel how the inner radiance begins to reveal itself, not through effort but through softness, and this light quietly repairs the places where stress has created fragmentation. Everything starts to reorganize into harmony without being pushed. This talk opens the doorway so you can feel the power of reclaiming your healing from within. When you realize that recovery is not about fixing yourself, but allowing yourself to be held by the deeper intelligence inside you, something shifts. You feel a quiet readiness for the Yoga Nidra itself, because there is a growing recognition that what heals you is not external guidance, but your own awakened presence. In a moment from my own experience, there was a time when I was overwhelmed by exhaustion. After pushing myself too far during a yoga nidra, I discovered that when I surrendered into conscious rest, my body began to reorganize itself faster than any effort I had tried. This showed me that the healing light within us is alive and it responds the moment we stop resisting. When you approach this practice during a time of recovery from surgery, sickness, or physical injury, the tenderness of your condition becomes a part of the healing path rather than an obstacle. You rest in the most comfortable position available to you, allowing your breath to soften your internal landscape. Even with limited movement, you feel how the body welcomes the stillness and how healing begins through surrender rather than physical effort. You start to sense that this moment is not a test of endurance, it's an invitation to receive. As you settle more deeply, your breath becomes the quiet rhythm that leads you inward. Each inhale feels like nourishment entering your system, and each exhale feels like your body is releasing pressure to heal faster than it already has. You begin to feel supported from the inside, and the nervous system starts to shift from strain to safety. The breath then becomes your silent guide as it carries healing intentions through your entire body. These affirmations are spoken from an inner intelligence that is older than thought itself. And when you pair them with your breath, you feel how your energy field responds. It becomes clear that the healing you seek is already unfolding and that the breath is guiding your body back into balance with your own gentle rhythm. A moment from my own healing journey comes to mind. When I was emerging from a physical setback, my breath became the bridge between fatigue and renewal, and each inhale felt like the first step back into my life. This taught me that even during recovery, you are never powerless. The breath brings you toward wholeness with each quiet wave. As I continue speaking, I want you to sense how this Yoga Nidra brings you into direct contact with the luminous essence already alive in your chest. Your heart becomes the center of a gentle radiance that expands and fills the body with a soft golden golden glow. This light does not originate outside of you. It rises from your own inner being, from the part of you that has never been harmed or depleted. You feel how this light flows through every cell and begins to dissolve tension in tender spaces. When this light fills your body, you begin to understand that your system has never forgotten how to heal. Every part of you responds to the invitation to soften, and the body begins repairing itself as if it has been waiting for this permission. You sense that the harmony moving through your organs, your breath pathways, and your nervous system, and even the subtler channels that carry your life force. The healing affirmations that follow carry this light deeper into your body. Each phrase becomes a message of recognition, letting every call remember its original blueprint of balance. You can feel the transformation taking place beneath the surface, not because you are trying to heal, but because you are allowing healing to happen. One moment I recall is when someone I guided through this practice told me that their entire body lit up with warmth during this phase. They told me it was the first time they felt hope rise from the body itself. This is powerful. This is an inner radiance awakened through conscious rest. As the session continues, I guide you into the awareness of the places in your body that have felt overlooked or burdened. These are areas that never needed judgment or pressure. They needed love. And when your awareness touches them with compassion, you feel how they soften in response. The healing energy begins to flow more freely, and the body returns to a state of coherence. You begin to realize that healing is an act of reunion. The part of you that once felt separated are returned to the warmth of your awareness. Your breath becomes the bridge, and your presence becomes the balm. You feel yourself become whole again, without force, but through acceptance. As you rest in this softness, you feel the transformation taking place on a quiet level within your energy body. You sense that every breath carries renewal, every moment carries nourishment, and every sensation carries guidance. A personal moment that parallels this arises when a student once shared that during a yoga nidra practice, their wounded knee began to feel as though it was being held by light itself. They felt the pain loosen its grip and realized their healing required more compassion, not more strain. This is the tender power of Shakti's presence. As the session completes, you will feel how the healing energy you touched continues to surround you. Your breath deepens slightly. Your awareness returns softly to the room. The body feels supported, warm, and held in a field of grace. You remember that the light awakened in this talk does not disappear when you open your eyes. It remains as a living presence inside of you. You step back into your outer world with a renewed sense of connection to the healing intelligence within you. That inner radiance is not something you visit, it is who you are. And whenever you are ready, this full Shakti Yoga Nidra will take you even deeper into this healing sanctuary where your body remembers its natural wholeness and your spirit remembers its inner light. And you can find the Shakti Yoga Nidra bathing in the healing light within my audio on patreon.com at Shakti Talks Yoga Nidra. Oops, Shakti Talks Yoga. Hope to see you soon. Thank you.